ABC 17 News at 6 on KMIZ starts now.
Tonight, law enforcement in North Carolina is trying to keep tempers calm after the shooting death of a black man led to overnight riots. Good evening, I'm Joey Parker.
And I'm Marissa Hollowed. Keith Lamont Scott was shot and killed by police in Charlotte last night. His family says Scott was unarmed and reading a book at the time, but police say Scott had a gun on him and refused to follow police commands. Traffic was blocked and 7 people were hospitalized in the protests that followed.
And this comes just days after Tulsa police released dash cam footage of the shooting death of Terrence Crutcher. Crutcher reportedly had PCP in his car, but was unarmed at the time of the shooting.
With added tensions from these new shootings and now the expansion of gun laws in Missouri, local law enforcement may have a heightened awareness of how they treat suspects who are armed.
ABC 17's Sarah Massler-Donar talked to officers and experts about how it affects law enforcement, and she joins us live. And Sarah, they say the new laws won't really change how they do their job.
They won't, Joey. What the new part is that officers will have to know now that 18-year-olds and people with a criminal history can now carry. But really, for the most part, officers and all law enforcement go into a situation already assuming any suspect has a weapon. Recent police shootings in Charlotte and Tulsa have ripped the Band-Aid off a barely healed wound. Tensions reignite between citizens and the police, and newly expanded gun laws in Missouri could contribute to the tensions.
One fear that came from the Fraternal Order of Police is that people may be more likely to arm themselves because they perceive they're at risk of danger in the presence of a police officer, and that just elevates the whole risk environment.
Fear that comes from routine stops turned deadly. Columbia police are aware of this fear, but say their training for these situations makes their decision-making clear.
And we do use of force training exercises to try to get in that high-stress situation, so the first time that they encounter it is not when it occurs on the road, to help officers increase their ability to make those quick decisions.
But police say it's a two-way street.
And I think law enforcement, we just have to understand that we're going to continue to treat everybody with respect and follow the Constitution and the state statute. We just want to make sure that the ones that take advantage of this new law understands that we're looking for compliance and cooperation, and we base our actions off of the actions that we see others doing.
If you think you've been treated unjustly by an officer, you can appeal after the incident. The Citizens Police Review Board has a process to review all of that kind of misconduct. Reporting live here in Columbia, Sarah Massler-Donar, ABC 17 News.
And by the way, most parts of the new Missouri gun laws go into effect within the next month. The concealed carry provision, though, goes into effect in January.